today. From Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, it's a special New Year's Day edition of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Mac Jones and the New England Patriots taking on Tua Tagovailoa and the Miami Dolphins.
From the area known as Patriot Place, EA Sports set for football at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. Today we've got an AFC East matchup between the Miami Dolphins and the New England Patriots. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at this Patriots team entering play. Well, they've lost 3 straight here, and it goes without saying, I guess, they could certainly use a win.
And how do they get a win? Because they've lost 3 straight, I think it's paramount that they get a fast, clean start to this game.
Taken at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So here come the Patriots now on offense. Leading them out, the second-year man from Alabama, Mac Jones.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that 1 interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
Jones looking to throw it on the first play. Quick completion to Henry. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. A good safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. The rushing numbers for Stevenson from last week. 12 carries, 82 yards, and a touchdown.
And he's hoping to have the same type of game, but he's going up against the #1 defense in the league, and they're very good at fitting the run. So now you've got to think offensive strategy, maybe a little more play action, and try and find some people up and downfield.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Throwing, Jones. High throw, but he makes the catch. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 42. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Well, for teams that like to play man coverage, running corner routes can be tough on them because of the ability of getting into it. Sometimes you're squaring it off. Sometimes you're just rounding it. Sometimes there's a fake. Sometimes there's not. That makes it very, very difficult for a DB to stay with it.
Stevenson now on 1st and 10. Jerome Baker there on the tackle. Well, these 2 teams, they met up way back in the season opener, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Now Jones. Over the middle, complete. It's Harris. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 23. Third down conversion is successful. Give them 12 yards that time. Jones on first down. Completes it to Aguilar. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. But yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here. And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go, and sometimes the execution isn't there. They've been flawless so far. Well drilled, well prepared, and excited to start this game. 70th catch for him on the year, and like so many others, this goes for a first down. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Jones back in the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Now we got 3rd and goal coming up, and couldn't you imagine being in that hole? Now that Patriots sideline not happy with what just transpired, and they're going to throw out the challenge flag. After review of the play, rules on the field. Folk connects on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Folk out there now to kick this one off. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Here is Tua Tagovailoa heading out to lead this Miami offense. And he's certainly putting together an MVP-type season, leading the league in both passing yards and touchdown passes. There have not been too many defenses that have been able to stop him or even slow him down. So he's got his sights set on another big game right here. Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. In motion left goes a tight end. Setting to throw on first down is Tua. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. 39 yards there, a big one. Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Raheem Mostert. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you? I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say 200 plus? 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again. Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Jeff Wilson, touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Dolphins are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and we are tied at 7. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And the capper that put it in the end zone, a run of 8 yards. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. So back onto the field come the Pats for their second drive. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football, because as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change, a quarterback, running back, tight end, it doesn't matter. Get better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense, and the win column will result.
Throwing again on second down. Jones, it's caught on the right side at Smith. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down.
I got kicked out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On 2nd and 12, Jones, a quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
He's second in the NFL in interceptions, and you understand why. He plays a game of great intelligence, understands positioning, and has a great ability to break on the football when it's in the air.
So fun to watch his closing speed, and another example of it on that play. That swung out wide to Harris, and he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 3 yards all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. On 1st down, Tagovailoa. And going deep for Hill. Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. The 20. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
Pass interference, defense.
So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points.
That penalty is declined.
Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This taken in at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. Quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
And he can muster only a couple here to the 24.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Well, no surprise to see that one, partner. The league's #1 defense coming through with a huge pick 6.
And it's plays like that one that have made them the most feared group to face this year. Offenses, they're trying to figure out how to work around them rather than work through them. Big-time impact playmakers scattered throughout the unit on every level, and they can change a game at a moment's notice.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it's now 21-7. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taken at the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. New England trying to get a place on offense. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Jones now from the gun on 3rd down. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, it's looking like another 3 and out here, and at some point, got to be able to put together a drive to keep your defense from having to go right back out on the field. I feel like things are starting to unravel a little bit, and we're not even at halftime.
That's taken on the 25. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10. In motion left here, one of their tight ends. They'll motion the tight end across the formation. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Tyreek Hill. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Boy, CD, what a start for them. Still in the 1st quarter. They're absolutely blitzing them. All the points that they've put up, I'm not sure what you say on the other sideline right now.
I think it's as simple as this, partner. The way that they're playing, there's no limits on what this lead could become.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Patriots ready to get the football back. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And he goes across the 20 to the 22. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
Jones throw into the hands of Henry here. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Here's Jones throwing on first down. Right back to Henry, and Henry's got it again. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw pulled in by Aguilar. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be second down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
They certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball, possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Back to throw again. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that's incomplete. The Dolphins do the job defensively there, and now it brings up 4th.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
So on 4th down, Jones jogs off, and on comes a longtime vet, Nick Folk, for the Pats field goal try. And he missed it. That was neither far enough. It wasn't even on target. It's no good.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen.
He's got a man complete, and all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jalen Waddle, 62 yards. And the Dolphins are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the route is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Well, we're probably not the first, but all of us at EA Sports certainly want to wish you and yours a happy and prosperous new year. And as a celebration of that, a big slate of NFL games on this Sunday, Week 17. Second to last weekend of the NFL docket. Later tonight, the battle for Los Angeles, Rams and Chargers, 5:15 Pacific at SoFi. And then on Monday night, Charles and I are on to Cincinnati. Bills and Bengals, two cold weather teams in what will be a frigid Paul Brown Stadium. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones. It's brought in by Harris. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it's 2nd down. Back to throw, Jones. He's got it complete to Aguilar. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 41-yard line. A good pickup there at 20 yards. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 41. Up the middle, here's Stevenson. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find the hole.
Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling him in the huddle right now.
They'll try and run for the first with Stevenson. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Remember, that was less than a yard. That was not a full yard. That defense, they were having none of it.
Yeah, the surge the offensive line was seeking actually occurred on the other side of the ball. They've reestablished the line of scrimmage and stuffed them.
They're going for it. This is Harris. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 20.
Nobody got any fucking pressure at all. Why do you run into there?
28-yard line. Straight ahead at Stevenson. A pretty nice, strong run, but can't break away. Down just inside the 30. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Big Derek Brown making the stop.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
And right side, Henry's got it. And the Patriots are going to have it. First and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. Harris running straight ahead. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal. If you're going to run against this unit, especially down here, just beware. I mean, they're the top rushing defense in the league.
Yeah, and then they go ahead and they double down with the whole thing because you think, okay, let's throw the ball. Oh, yeah, that's right. They defend the pass pretty well, too. Very difficult task right now.
That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Now Jones going to throw on 3rd and goal. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line.
Defense.
So instead of forcing the field goal, it'll be 1st and goal.
Yeah, the force was trying to make something happen that just didn't need to, right? I mean, plays happen. Let it go. It's over. Instead, he creates a penalty.
So now after the face mask penalty, here's 1st and goal. On the handoff, Stevenson. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time. On the give, this is Harris. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Damian Harris with now 15 rushing touchdowns on the year. And the Patriots get a bit closer. Extra point up and good by Folk. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. Takes it at the 7. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Now we get Tyreek Hill and the rest of the Miami offense back out there. He has certainly made the most of his catches so far, both of them going for touchdowns here in half number 1.
And we've never met a team that doesn't talk about getting off to a fast start and featuring guys that they want to have the ball early. We're seeing both of those come into play here. Off to an incredible start, got their feature guy going, and now everyone else should have opportunities.
And this is taken in at the 5. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the route is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. Now the Patriots gearing up to go now. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Jones throw there, complete to Myers. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Jones on third down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Jake Bailey now. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and it'll be Dolphin football. Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle. He might be on his way to a record-setting performance. So good here. We're only in the second quarter.
And it's so interesting when we watch these types of days unfold for a receiver because they need a quarterback throwing it accurately, people to block for the quarterback, so many other variables. But, boy, he's getting it done and in a big way. Right now, he wants to rock on every snap.
Yeah, he's counting his yards in the hundreds, not the tens. So, Charles, for this offense, we've been talking all year about how difficult it would be to run the table. And you gave me your chances early in the year. You thought maybe 25%. A few weeks ago, you thought closer to 50, but not quite 50. Now, here they are, 15-0. This is happening, isn't it?
I think it is, Brandon, because I do believe this team is too invested, too well coached to fall asleep at the switch now. And I think it ultimately benefits them to stay engaged all the way through the season because make it to the finish line, then they get the open week to refresh.
Touchdown! Tyreek Hill on his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Dolphins have taken a 5-touchdown lead. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the route is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. Very quick throw. He's got Myers. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Jones now on 1st and 10. His throw incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. On 3rd down, here's Stevenson. And to the 49-yard line, but no further. And obviously, he is well short of the first. A pretty good effort there, 9 yards, but not enough. We'll likely see the punt team now on 4th down. And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. And this will be out of bounds, and they spotted it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just one snap of the football. Tua, the final shot before half. And going deep for Hill. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And they extend their lead, a little added cushion into the lockers. What a way to finish.
Tremendous way. That's momentum that they carry in with them. Can they convert it and bring it back out to start the third quarter?
Sanders now to add the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Happy New Year, everybody. Welcome into our EA Sports Halftime Report. It's a busy Week 17 of the regular season, so let's get right to it. We'll get started over at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. And it's the Cardinals who are out in front in that one. James Conner, a touchdown run in that first half. From there, we move to H-Town to check on the Texans at home at NRG Stadium. And they've got the lead in that ball game over the visiting Jaguars. Davis Mills has thrown a touchdown pass. Finally, let's get you to Baltimore. Check on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. And they have the lead over the visiting Steelers as that game has gone to halftime. Lamar Jackson has a touchdown pass. Meanwhile, our game has been a boat race. Very one-sided to this point. And for the call of the second half, let's get it back to our commentating team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Folk out there now to kick this one off. Fields it right around the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Now we get Tyreek Hill and the rest of the Miami offense back out there. A monster game so far, third quarter. He is lighting up the stat sheet.
And so many times when you see these types of games, you hear about the quarterback, or we talk about the quarterback throwing guys open, putting it in the right spot. How about some credit for the receivers, though, who find ways to get open, whether they uncover late in a route or they get open early, but they just always find a way. And he's having that type of a game.
Yeah, he's been nearly impossible to cover.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They go back to the ground, this time Mostert. He fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run straight ahead with Wilson. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Here we go, set. 10 black. Let's go. You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You gonna see me in your nightmares.
On first, they'll go back to Wilson. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
It's our time. It's our time. Check 3. Check 3. Check 3. Whip, whip. Whip, whip. Watch the whip. Ready, go.
A run with Mostert up the middle. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down. Those are the type of runs that we did not see from him in the first half, but a good start to the third quarter.
And I know what everyone's thinking that's watching this. They did a great job adjusting at the half. Oftentimes you don't make adjustments. You just dial into your game plan a little bit better, and maybe they're starting to make some headway.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Running on first down with Gaskin. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly. As he stopped for no gain, 2nd down.
Ready. 53. I don't think you got it, son. Hey, check my tag.
From the gun, a run with Mostert. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Check 99. Check 99. Check. Crunch.
And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. It's a pickup of 4, but they're still a yard short here with 4th down, forthcoming.
So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
Here we go. Here we go. Yellow. 22.
Shift. Check 4. Check 4.
Ready.
Meeting the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. First down on a pickup of 11.
I don't care what he's listed in the program. Fullback, running back, tailback, it doesn't matter. He ran that play like a fullback. Just like the old days when we saw the fullback dive. How about him picking that one up?
Only needed a yard on 4th down. That's what he's there for, right?
Exactly. Line him up, short yardage situation, and say, here it is, big man. Go get it.
Check. Lucky.
Wilson with a first down carry. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Nine-yard line, 2nd and 6. Slot man moves right. On 2nd down now. It's Hawkins, and he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8.
A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Set hunt. 52 blue.
Double tight. Double tight. 4 down, 4 down. Check, check. Check 24, check 24. Tighten up, tighten up.
Ready.
Wilson will score. Touchdown, Miami. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Here comes the Patriots offensive unit. They'll have it first here to begin the 3rd quarter. Jones and the Pats now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Off the play fake, Jones. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They'll try the right side with Harris. They find some open field here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 54 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 49-yard line. Now a handoff. Stevenson. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
They just keep trying, but so far, finding no room for him to run.
None whatsoever. In fact, you run the numbers. He's under 3 yards a carry at the moment.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
What we got? What we got?
Back to throw. Jones. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. Checking this down to Stevenson. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for 4th down.
But I think that we all figured when he caught it that short of the marker, that the defense almost relaxed and said, we got this covered. And then all of a sudden, space to run after the catch. And now they're screaming, somebody get him down. Fortunately, they got to him and forced the 4th down.
And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good, and they will remain well behind.
And anytime you see a kicker trot out to try one from 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's a Likely to go through, and that one winds up no good.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Yo. Hey, alert 3, alert 3. Safety creek.
Up the middle they go with Mostert.
And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down.
Check 3, check 3, check 3. Shoot.
Once again, it's Mostert.
No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. Back now in Foxborough. We have played 3 quarters.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
New England's offense set to go. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss.
They'll start on the ground with Harris. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Back to throw. Jones. And he'll just get rid of it.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Able to avoid him at the 40. A good return there. Call it 13 yards.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Then the Dolphins getting set to go here.
And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive.
And he'll get this across midfield to the 48. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
Second down, this is Wilson.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up 1st downs.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. Juwan Bentley there to get him down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come check. Mike 21. Mike 21. Check.
Again, they'll run it with Mostert.
On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. 65 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They'll run with Wilson out of the shotgun. And the stiff arm made it a pretty little run. Not a huge gain, but a nice chunk of yardage. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down.
On the handoff, this is Mostert.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
They'll run on 1st down. Hawkins, and he is in. Touchdown, Miami. A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season.
And the Dolphins are closing in on that 16-0 record as they add on to their lead.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
This fielded right at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 48-yard line. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he is going to lose yardage here. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. Operating from the gun. Jones got his man complete over the middle. That's Myers. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins 33. They'll look to throw again.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit.
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him.
The drive had started well after a punt last time. Now it's slowed down a bit, and let's face it, they don't want to punt the ball in back-to-back series. They want a sustained drive on this one.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
That one thrown away from the pocket. And the officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass.
And now Nick Folk. His career long, 56 yards. This will be spotted just shy of midfield. A 59-yard attempt. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left. Anyway, it's no good, and they will remain well behind.
And this is a commentary on today's kickers and just how good they are that a coach would think about running his guy out there to try a 59-yarder. Here it backfires on him, but as a kicker, you have to appreciate the confidence that they showed in you.
They'll start on the ground with Mostert.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
Fourth quarter with the lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on first down. They did that plus 3.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. A give. This is Wilson. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
Liam Eichenberg, second-round pick in 2021 from Notre Dame, the guilty party. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off.
And he's going to get this one down to the 45. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
On 3rd down, it's Hawkins, and he won't get to the marker. He's a yard short. A pickup of 3. It leaves him with 4th and 1.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
On the give, this is their fullback.
And he'll be brought down with the first down after a gain of about 11, as that takes us to the 2-minute warning.
So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Running the counter with Mostert.
Oh, what a juke into space. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Another touchdown here in the 4th quarter. And, Charles, I think we can start to consider that this undefeated streak of theirs is going to be safe for another week.
And, partner, you don't make it this far into a season without a loss unless you're getting contributions from both sides of the ball and sometimes even your special teams. And that's been true today. Each side helping guide them to this late lead.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. New England trying to get a place on offense. Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled.
A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
Oh, my God. Look at this. Fuck you.
First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. Operating from the gun, Jones. He gets it into the arms of Parker, complete. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He gets it complete to Harris.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Setting up the screen, Harris. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
One final shot. They'll look to throw.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Xavier Howard.
And the Dolphins are going to take possession here at their own 33. Well, this game was already decided, Charles, let's be honest. But now another feather in the cap of this defense as they pick them off for the second time.
You're right about that. Things have been going pretty well for them, to put it mildly. But they're still out there hunting for big plays and get another one right there.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for Miami,
they're a win away now from running the table here in the regular season. They moved to 16-0 on the year.
so that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. And with that, we say so long from Foxborough.